Hey everyone, it's Trisha with Easy E-mini Trade, and I'm going to do a quick video on multiple time frame analysis. This is something that I'll go over during Thursday's webinar, which, if you're unaware, I'm having one this Thursday, April 13th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and it will be recorded. So if you want more information on it, go to easyeMiniTrade.com and then just click at the link on the top of that page for the upcoming webinar. So what you're looking at is crude this morning, and on the right I have a 4-range chart for my entries. That's what I like. And on the left I have a 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, and a 60-minute chart. And I like to put the super trend stop on there on each of these larger charts. And the reason that we look at higher time frames, or tick frames, whatever you like, you can so let's say you're trading off a 500 tick chart, you can look at larger tick increment charts, like let's say 1500 or 2000, just something bigger than what you're currently looking at. When you're trading off a small chart, it is difficult to see the whole picture. You can only see obviously what's on your screen showing, but if you look at the same thing on higher time frames, and I have some support and resistance marked on this 15-minute, but if you look at things on a larger chart, it tells the whole story. So for example here, it's pretty obvious that CL is going sideways here at this point in time. But when you look at it on the 15 and the 30 and 60, let's say that you couldn't tell that, for example, on the entry chart, you're thinking, okay, it's going to break out above here. If you just look at the higher time frames, you can see that this area here has been holding as resistance on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 60-minute. They're all going to tell you the same thing. It's just a little bit clearer picture. So I will put the super trend stop on these higher time frames and the 90 and 200 EMA, because on the higher time frames, those will generally act as support and resistance, even if it's just temporarily. So here, for example, on the 15-minute chart, you can see the 90 EMA here. That's been holding as support, and this is early. This is like 3 o'clock this morning. And then it tries to pop higher and it holds the area of resistance, which is yesterday's high and close. Then it comes back down and is still hanging right on that 90 EMA. Here's the super trend stop. You can see it comes down, tries to get through it, and it can't, and then it bounces higher. So what you would be looking at, for example, is, let's say that you're going to short off resistance up here, let's just say. You would be looking for it to trade back down to support. So support would be here. If you look at it on the 15, same area. The areas don't change. It's just if you have confluence with all of these charts, you're going to want to pay more attention. So let's say, for example, here we have the 90 EMA, and if you look at where the super trend stop is, it's just below at 52.87. So if price moves lower, we know that that area has been holding as support. So now we look to the 30-minute chart. Where's the next area? If it can break through this area of support here, where's the next area that it's likely to get stuck? So you can look at the 30-minute. 30-minute, where the super trend stop is at 52.78. Then you have the 90 EMA at 70. And if it gets through there, it's obviously going to be a lot further away on the 60-minute, but then the next major support area will be down here at 29. Now I'll go over how to come up with your support and resistance areas, because if this does break this 70 area, it's likely that there are other stall areas of support before it ever hits the 29. So you would have to fine-tune that a little bit. Also, I want to point out on the 60-minute chart, just above where we have our high and close from yesterday, which you can see right here, maybe a little easier on the entry chart, we have a super trend stop above us there. So that's going to hold as resistance, where these guys here have the super trend stop below holding as support. So you can see we're kind of sandwiched in between them at the moment, between the higher time frames. What you will find is that if the super trend stop is on the same side of price on all these charts, it would have an easier time moving in that direction. So for example, let's say that the super trend stop on the 60-minute was also below price. And let's just say, once it gets through resistance of yesterday's high and close, it would probably have an easier time, for example, moving higher, because these all would agree on the same side. When you have confluence between all of the charts, it does make for a lot easier movement and follow through. So anyway, I'll go over more of that on Thursday and how you can apply that. There are lots of different ways. I'll go over this here. This is volume at price. I'll show you how to kind of cheat to come up with support and resistance areas if you're struggling with that, not knowing what to pick. So like I said, if you want more information, just go to my site and click on the webinar tab at the top of the page. Have a great day, you guys.